So I was in the gym just now and I was thinking, and this is all the Lord's thoughts. These aren't really I don't really think my own thoughts very much anymore. My own thoughts never got me anywhere before, so. But, so I'm in the gym, and I'm, oh, for goodness sake. I'm, on the treadmill, and I often do a lot of, where I get my best thinking is, you know, when I'm moving my body. And I'm thinking to myself, like, the movie Pretty Woman pops into my head, right? And I'm thinking, what is this about? And so the Lord shows me. Then I see, like, you know, okay, great, like it's a cute story and everything. I mean, not really. I don't think it's very cute that, like, a hooker is on the street. I don't think it's cute that women are on the street selling themselves at all. I don't think it's cute that any woman believes, or man for that matter, believes that that's all they deserve. That's fucking horrendous. Because that's what gets people into the positions in life that they find themselves in. A lot of us, and I'm saying us because I'm a part of this, and so is everybody else. When you have been severely traumatized, your nervous system simply doesn't know anything else. It can't handle anything else. So while the story of Pretty Woman is cute and all, it's not realistic at all. Not that most movies are not realistic, but just because for someone to find themselves prostituting their body in order to make money, their nervous system has to be really, really, really messed up. Like short-circuited, big time. And this is what most people miss, is that you can heal from trauma through, like, therapy and all kinds of stuff. But unless you rewire your nervous system, you're stuck. And you're gonna stay there. Like, it doesn't get better until you rewire your nervous system. Baby, I would roll your window down, but it is freaking raining. I'm so sorry. You can get wet. You're alright. My dog is waterproof. I told you, boo! That's why I had your window up. And how I have been guided through this enormously complex process. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know I was rewiring my nervous system. I didn't know that it was possible to do that. I had no idea. I started at the bottom. I had been taking anti-anxiety medication, namely benzodiazepines, clonazepam, for 25 years. Holy sheep shit, Batman. I really wasn't, like, dealing with the physical addiction as much as I was the psychological addiction, because I never used it to get high. That was never my thing. Ever. But I didn't know how else to calm my nervous system. I had no frame of reference for what was actually a healthy response to anything, really. I just didn't know. And this is where the Lord led me, was to completely rewire not just my brain, but my entire nervous system, because you can tell your brain all kinds of things. Your brain doesn't really know the difference. Your brain is just an organic computer sitting in the dark that doesn't know the difference between reality and what you tell it. So, but if your nervous system, because your nervous system holds information as well, and so does your immune system. And so when you're holding on to trauma, it's not in your brain anymore. It's in your nervous system. That's where, why is that thing wobbling so much? That's where it all falls down. That's where the therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy and and the EFT, none of it will help you, because you have to rewire your whole body. And that seems like a tall order, and it is. But the more you work at it, and it doesn't have to be a lot of work, it just has to be a little bit of work every day, you can rewire everything. My nervous system is so confirmation. My nervous system is so keen now. I get confirmations for everything. If it's true, I get a confirmation. If it's false, I get a confirmation. If it's partially true, but I'm on the right track, but it's not the whole truth, I get a different confirmation. The precision of my nervous system at this point is off the charts. I'm more sensitive now, and like precise in my sensitivity, not just sensitive all over the friggin' place. No. Precisely calibrated sensitivity. That I'm more sensitive now than I'm sure my nervous system is in better shape now than it was the day I was born. That's how precisely calibrated my nervous system is now. And when you do that conjunction with your brain, with your nervous system, in conjunction with your nervous system, that's where true healing comes from. That's where you really start to see the pedal hit the metal, and you start changing your decisions. Because it doesn't matter, you make good decisions, and you just hear me out here. It doesn't matter that you make good decisions when you're calm. That's not the problem, is it? It's that we make bad decisions when we're confirmation. When we're upset, when we're scared, when we're in fight or flight mode. That's when we screw things up. That's when we fall back into our old patterns of self-destruction, self-sabotage, and all the rest. That's when it happens. It's not like when you're calm, you're fine. You can think things through, but that's not when the crap hits the fan. That's when you can tell that your nervous system is actually healed. Because if it's not, you will still fall back into those old fallen programs when you're stressed. Your thinking will go back, and when your thinking goes back, your words go back, the way your inner narrative, the way you talk to yourself goes back, it reverts, and then you're screwed. You're in the same cycle again. 7-11 on the timer when I said that. I watch my reality literally stitch itself together around me all day, every day. I see it all day, every day, all night, every night. It's on my YouTube. It's everywhere. It's the words that come out of my mouth. It's the people I see, the things they say to me, all kinds of stuff. And the reason that I have control over I wouldn't say control, but that I have so much influence over the reality that I perceive is because my nervous system is in coherence with the morphic field around it. Period. We hear people like Abraham Hicks and who was that other guy? He's a very famous neurologist. We hear them talk about this kind of stuff all the time. Pulling things into your vortex, manifestation, and all this other stuff. He's a very famous, what's his name? Anyway, and they take bits and pieces, but like truly to heal that nervous system, there has to be a connection to the heart. And if your heart connection has been severed, if you've been traumatized so badly and repeatedly, like, and not just traumatized like, someone was a jerk to you. Oh no, I mean like the hardcore stuff, the really hardcore stuff. Your heart connection is disassociates, because feeling anything is not safe to you at all. Anything, even anger, is not safe. Although anger feels a lot safer than a lot of other emotions, I'll tell you what, when you're seriously, severely, repeatedly, consistently traumatized, anger feels like the safest emotion, really. But anger will eat you up too. And it's poison. So this rewiring, it has to start on the bottom floor. You got to start at the bottom, and it feels like it's going to take forever to get there. I mean, it does. And when you're sitting in it, when you're sitting in the crap, when you're sitting in the trauma, when you're sitting in it, it feels awful. But when you provide a safe environment for yourself to go through it, and that doesn't really look like much. It doesn't. I mean, I've been able to do this while living in my car with my dog, minimal money, minimal resources, zero support, like any kind of emotional support, any kind of support, really, any kind of support. No one to talk to, none of it. And still, I've been able to do this and do it successfully, and not just not just do it, but maintain it and continue to thrive in this environment. Very few people are able to do that. Very, 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 very few. A lot of people are able to make, significant changes, but they have a hard time maintaining them. It's not easy. I wouldn't say that it's easy, but at the same time, I was given the proper tools to follow this path, and not only to follow it, but to be able to reliably and consistently show other people how to do it for themselves. I'm a master of grief. A master. Not a specialist. A master. I've been through it all. You name it, I've been through it. I've even grieved my own deaths, like not physical deaths, but I've had multiple near-death experiences, but this is what people need. They need their nervous systems rewired, because people are spending years in therapy, taking medication, and this and that and the other thing, and nothing ever gets any better. It never gets any better. The moment you stop taking the medication, the moment you stop going to therapy, it's all in the toilet all over again. I know, because I experienced the same thing. 11:11 on the timer. There's nothing really mystical or magical about being able to influence your own reality. It's not really anything supernatural. It's not about that. It's not about the God outside of me. It's not about Jesus Christ outside of me. It's not about any kind of religion. It's about the alchemical marriage within me. It's about becoming a master alchemist, taking all the trauma, taking all the shame, taking all the blame, taking all of it, and turning that pain into purpose. And not just in some like weird esoteric way. No, I mean in like really practical ways. Like wanting self-discipline, like not just sitting and thinking, oh, you know what, I should really be doing this and such right now. No, getting up and actually doing it, and then like wanting to do more, and not feeling like I'm punishing myself or restricting myself or anything like that. That is nervous system rewiring, because I was not raised with any kind of self-discipline, believe me, not at all. And to reliably and consistently be able to maintain such states, it's really unheard of. It's so rare. I know I looked for it in self-help books. I know I looked for it in religion. I know I looked for it in psychology through therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy and all kinds of stuff. EFT, all you name it, I did it all. None of it stuck. Because the moment I would get back in fight or flight, something would trigger me. I would get angry, I would get scared, and there go all my bad decisions all over the place, all over again. Again and again and again and again and again. This happened to me until I finally just like gave up. I remember sitting and just feeling like this is never going to get any better. Why am I even trying? That's the kind of hopelessness that a lot of people face when they're trying to rewire themselves. And they're not told nor given the tools to rewire themselves. So when they revert back to this feral, fight or flight instinct or freeze, fight, flight, or freeze instinct, they feel like all the work they just did went down the drain, that it was all for nothing. And there's a reason why. It's because your nervous system couldn't handle it. Your nervous system wasn't rewired. So it's like you rewired the main component, right? The brain. But you didn't rewire the heart, and you didn't rewire the nervous system. So then the breakers get blown. And then you're back at square one again. I've seen it. I've lived it many times. I know what people are facing. I know what they're looking at. Especially like trafficked women and children. Like, man, when you have been broken down like intentionally like that, you're fighting a different kind of beast. It's a different kind of animal. And the thing is that even once you remove people from those situations, the beast is still living in them. It's still in them. It's still alive and well. And you got to kill that beast. Not kill the beast, but make it work for you. You've got to integrate that beast. Otherwise, you're stuck. And so will your patients. They will always be stuck unless you give them the tools to rewire themselves. Show them the way. It's not about influencing people through telling them or anything, but like being an example of it. I know I've been living it for years. It's a tremendous gift. It's also a tremendous responsibility and privilege. I'm honored and I'm humbled that I've been shown how to do this, and that, you know, all of the delusional religious doctrine and dogma and all of the other like mystical, you know, equally delusional supernatural stuff and all of that, it's useless. It doesn't do you any good. You're only dealing with yourself. You're not dealing with some entity outside of yourself. There aren't angels and demons outside of us. It's nothing like that. It appears the way that I live and what goes on around me, the way that reality closes itself in and does what I want it to do and acts the way I want it to act, is because of the coherence, the resonance of my heart field with my morphic field. We're talking about quantum mechanics here, not anything supernatural. It appears like magic to other people. It just does. But that's not what it is. It has nothing to do with magic. Even though it looks like that, that's a word that's an old world word that we use to describe the things that I experience all day, every day. But that's not really what it is. It's the coherence between my heart, my brain, and my nervous system. Period. It took me a while to really comprehend the depth and profundity of what had been going on in my life. I couldn't see it for a long time. But this is what it is. This is what the Lord does for us. He rewires our nervous systems. He connects us back to our hearts. That's what it is. And once you do that, once you connect the heart and you connect the nervous system to a brain that is being fed the proper information, positive reinforcement and self-discipline and gentleness and kindness and love, faith over fear, it has to be. That's where you start seeing real results. That's where you start seeing clients and yourselves and your children and even your animals respond instead of react, where you see them respond in wisdom, not just a knee-jerk response. No, it's not like that. It completely alters your perception of reality permanently, and it can't ever be taken away from you. Never. You could take your new nervous system and plug it into any morphic field around the world, and you would still be successful. It doesn't matter where you go. And that's what the beautiful thing about it is that no one can take it from you. You literally can never have it taken from you. You can't be deprogrammed again, because once you're programmed into such a powerful state of coherence and resonance, it just simply, it's impossible to deprogram it. This is what I'm here to teach. This is part of what I'm here to teach. Not because I'm some know-it-all, but because I've lived it. I can't tell you what so-and-so wrote in their latest grief book, but you know what I can tell you? I can tell you what you can do when you go home tonight and you stare at the empty bed that you have to sleep in alone because your husband of 25, 40, 50 years just died, and now you're totally alone. That's what I can tell you. That's what I can show you how to do. And I'm a walking, talking, living example of what it looks like to survive. Not just survive, but thrive and be able to completely rewire an entire human system. I hope this video finds you blessed. If this resonated with you at all, like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel. It provides support for the mission, and I also really appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. If you want to donate, the donation link to my Cash App is in the description box of this channel, and I'll put it in the description of this channel, of this video too. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Peace be with you.